My name is Cynthia Quiller. Michelle and I have been best friends. Michelle and I became best friends when my high school sweetheart, Sandy Quiller, and Thomas played varsity basketball together. Michelle, as well as Vissy Lopez, was their trainers. The class of 1992 Angleton varsity basketball team is a unique group that shares a great bond even still today. They were coached by the legendary Phil Reynolds. Michelle has been by Thomas's side on and off the court since then. She went from being the trainer to being the mama of the team when Thomas coached Kayla, to being an active Booster Club member as Thomas coaches the high school football team. Michelle and I have been with our high school sweethearts since then. I was her maid of honor, and when they got married, we had our kids around the same time. We were young parents with young families. Thomas and Michelle were the first to have their own apartment. We, as well as Melissa Jimenez Layton, Trina Blackman Smith, we spent countless birthdays, weekends together by going fishing, crabbing, to the beach, or just hanging out at the Josey's, barbecuing, eating fried crabs, and listening to the guys talk noise playing dominoes. Each of our kids will tell you that their childhood memories are revolved around us just being together. Michelle was one to push us out of our comfort zone. She could talk us into anything, even to the point that she had me ride with her on a horse bareback. I just kept telling Michelle, I am not comfortable, but she insisted, and of course, I was the one that was thrown off. We laughed and laughed as Thomas and Sandy kept shaking their heads when she was cleaning my wounds. When our kids got older and involved in different sports, it made it difficult for us to spend the same amount of time together, but it never changed the foundation of our friendship. Melissa and Michelle worked at various companies together, and they were able to chat every day for over the past 30 years. Trina, Melissa, Michelle, and I have a group text and text several times throughout the week. Michelle would start with a good morning text and add a silly quote, such as, I heard the government is putting chips inside of people, I hope I get Doritos. And she said, if you're reading this, I pray your stomach gets flat without even having to work out. I never realized how cheesy she was until I read back over the messages. Michelle would share videos of Cam and Kylie, even told us about the twins before Jazz could because Jazz was taking too long to post it. Michelle ended almost every chat with, love y'all. She was one to always stay in touch and asked about each of our kids and was always genuinely happy for them. I would always appreciate how consistent Michelle was. Michelle was always one to help anyone that she could, and she had a unique relationship with her sister Carmen. And every single member of the Josey family, each one of them would tell you how she helped them, especially Darrell. We joke by saying that Darrell introduced her to being a boy mom before she even had TJ. Just like Kenzie introduced her to being a Mimi before she had Kylie and Kim. This news has impacted so many in the community. More importantly, Thomas, the kids, their spouses, and grandkids. Michelle was the true definition of being the rock of the family. We have all asked ourselves over and over, what do you say to such a wonderful family? How do you fix the hurt that they're enduring, knowing how much this has impacted them? To Kayla, her oldest baby, in her words, you are amazing in every way. You have done a wonderful job, Kayla. You have stepped up, and I know it wasn't easy, but I've watched you all week long. To Jazz, although you think you challenged her, in reality you were her in rare form. But in your mom's words, that's Thomas's baby. To TJ, her baby boy. You could do no wrong in her eyes, TJ. You could. She was going to talk noise, but she always made sure you were okay. She loves each of y'all so very much. To Thomas, I know I've said this to you all week. If you're okay, we're okay. You know. We're all hurting for you. And we know the impact that this is. We can count on one hand the nights that y'all have spent away from each other in the past 30 years. You made sure to always show and share your love and reassure her exactly how beautiful she was. Michelle loved flowers, and on her last birthday, she said, "My beautiful flowers that I came home to yesterday, thank you, Thomas Josey, for always spoiling me and making me feel so special." She ended every post about you with, "Love you for life." If she could say anything right now, looking at all these beautiful flowers, I can guarantee you that's what she would be saying. To the community, please keep them in prayers. To our beautiful friend, the only one that I know that can rock her red lipstick and purple tails, you are already missed, my girl. I love y'all.